Hello, and congratulations on your new partnership with Delivery.com. In this video, we will walk you through how the Drivers app works. Let's get started. Checking in is as simple as sliding the bar at the bottom of the app that says Start Shift. Once you are checked in, you can start receiving orders. This is what it looks like when you receive an order. The order is broken into stops. The first stop is the restaurant, and the second stop will be the customer. At the bottom of the app, you will see the Accept button. Once you accept the order, it goes into your order queue. It should be noted that at this point in the process, the order has not been sent to the restaurant. To send the order to the restaurant, you will click on the order and then click Start Pickup. This step is very important to remember. The restaurant will not start your order until you start pickup. If you forget this step, you will arrive at the restaurant and they will not have the food ready and you will have to wait for them to make the food. Keep in mind the prep time the restaurant will need when choosing the best time to start pickup. Once you start pickup, you will make your way to the restaurant as soon as possible. At this point, we will look through an order in the app. Starting at the top, in the blue header, you will see the order number. This is a unique number assigned to this order that you and the restaurant will reference to ensure you are picking up the correct order. Restaurants typically use the last 4 digits of the order number. Below that, you will see the restaurant's address with a navigation button to the far right. Down from there, you can see the scheduled time and estimated window of time for delivery of this order. Below that is the restaurant's name and a link to call them. You can also swipe left or right to toggle between the restaurant's name and information and the customer's name and information. While on the customer's information, it gives you a link to call the customer as well. Below that is the order description or order details, which lists the items on this specific order. If the order needs to be placed by the driver or while checking the order at the restaurant, you should be mindful of multiples such as 1 times or 2 times, which is listed next to the specific menu item. This will help to ensure you have the correct number of items in your order. You will also want to be mindful of any drinks on the order, whether they are e-store drinks, which are drinks we provide, or drinks provided by the restaurant. Below the order details, there is the payment information, which will indicate whether the order is cash or credit. If the order is a cash order, you will need to collect cash from the customer. More on this later. Lastly, at the bottom, you will find special instructions for this order. The bottom will also say whether the restaurant is a PEX restaurant or in some markets a call-in as customer restaurant. The next step of the process is once you arrive at the restaurant. When you arrive, you will click the Arrived button. Note that the app references the restaurant location with your current location to ensure you are at the restaurant when you mark Arrived. If you are not within a certain radius of the restaurant's location, the app will prompt a pop-up and send notification to dispatch that the order was marked incorrectly. The app will also prompt a pop-up and send notification if the driver is not making their way to the restaurant once they start the order. So be sure you are moving along efficiently while taking orders. Back to arriving at the restaurant. Once you have arrived at the restaurant, you will let the restaurant know you are there to pick up a Delivery.com order. You will provide them with the order number, typically the last 4 digits. Once the food is ready, you will verify all the items are in the order. This is a very important step. This ensures the customer gets all the items they are expecting, and it keeps you from having to do a redelivery. Once you are certain all the correct items are in the order, you will move on to the next step and mark Complete Pickup. Again, it is important that you are marking each step correctly. Not only does it prompt a pop-up and notify dispatch, but the customer is being notified each step of the process. Once you mark complete pickup, the customer has the ability to track your location. Also, the system uses all the data it collects from each step of the process to create dynamic delivery times based on the restaurant's history. In order for the system to learn, drivers need to mark orders correctly. Once you leave the restaurant, you will make your way to the customer at your earliest convenience. When you get close to the customer's address, you will mark arrived. This step will send a text to the customer, letting them know their driver is just around the corner and to prepare to receive their order. When the customer comes out to receive the order, this is when you would collect cash if it is a cash order. If it's credit order, you will hand the customer the food and thank them for ordering with us, then complete drop-off. Let's take a minute to look at other features in the app. If you click on the bars in the upper left-hand corner, you will see that it brings up a menu. Most of these are pretty self-explanatory. You have your order history, the option to end your shift, and to send feedback about the app. Then there is a history tab. It has buttons for your order history, shifts, and tips. If we click on the tips section, you can see at the top it will display tips on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. If you click on any of these options, you can also swipe from side to side to see a specific day or date range. The test order I just did was a cash order, which is why there is no tips to be displayed. Going back and then to order, you can locate an order like the test order we just did, and if you click on it, you can see all the order details, including timestamps for each step of the delivery process. Going back one more time and going to shifts, at the moment, this just tracks your check-ins and check-outs. There you have it. That finishes our tour of the app. I hope this gave you a thorough knowledge of how the app functions. Be safe out there on the road, and happy driving.